In the lateral view of the skull, which of the following bones is visible? A. Frontal bone. B. Parietal bone. C. Nasal bone. D. Maxillary bone. Answer: B. Parietal bone. Which structure is located immediately behind the external acoustic meatus in the lateral view of the skull? A. Mastoid process. B. Zygomatic arch. C. Styloid process. D. Mandibular fossa. Answer: A. Mastoid process. Which suture is visible in the lateral view of the skull? A. Coronal suture. B. Lambdoid suture. C. Sagittal suture. D. Squamous suture. Answer: D. Squamous suture. In the lateral view of the skull, what part of the mandible is most prominent? A. Body. B. Ramus. C. Angle. D. Coronoid process. Answer: C. Angle. Which of the following is visible in the lateral view of the skull, at the junction between the temporal and frontal bones? A. Pterion. B. Bregma. C. Lambda. D. Asterion. Answer: A. Pterion. Which structure is located just below the zygomatic arch in the lateral view of the skull? A. Temporal fossa. B. Mandibular fossa. C. Nasal cavity. D. External auditory meatus. Answer: B. Mandibular fossa. In the lateral view of the skull, which part of the sphenoid bone is most visible? A. Greater wing. B. Lesser wing. C. Pterygoid process. D. Sella turcica. Answer: A. Greater wing. Which of the following landmarks is located on the lateral aspect of the skull, at the point where the temporal and parietal bones meet? A. Squamous suture. B. Coronal suture. C. Sagittal suture. D. Lambdoid suture. Answer: A. Squamous suture. Which part of the temporal bone is most visible in the lateral view of the skull? A. Petrous part. B. Squamous part. C. Mastoid part. D. Tympanic part. Answer: B. Squamous part. Which of the following features is visible in the lateral view of the skull, just above the external acoustic meatus? A. Styloid process. B. Zygomatic arch. C. Mandibular fossa. D. Nasal bone. Answer: A. Styloid process.